Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Legacies. This episode 6 of season 2. Hopefully guys have enjoyed the first 5 episodes uploaded to the channel. Last episode ended very interestingly because it was revealed that the new headmaster of the Salvatore school is in fact Clark in disguise. You know, he had that ring on when he was first coming in to be introduced for the interview. Yeah, he went into the office, he wiped down the side, it was a bit dirty, he flashed his ring and boom, mate, it just changed. And he was like, look, everything is about perception, mate. We can change what we believe that everybody can see, or something like that. And that is literally what happened, obviously, with himself as a person by cloaking himself or whatever, changing his view of everybody seeing him. So, like, he's been acting as somebody else while he's inside the Salvatore school. But what was interesting is, obviously, when he made the deal to come back into the present, he said that he was going to go and take down Hope and everything that she cares for and destroy her. Yet, we've not really seen the headmaster and Hope be close together yet, have we? So, I mean, this one's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. But he did consume a woman in the present as himself, not as like an entity, which is interesting. You know, he consumed her while he was at a bar, and obviously the barmaid man was screaming, which is quite funny. But what was interesting is it was like an 80s themed episode. So Lizzie and Hope, they ended up getting put into like a video game world, and they had to pretty much defeat the level. Now the woman inside it said, look, there's a catch, you know, nobody can get out except unless you make a deal. And if you do make the deal, then only one of you can survive. One has to stay here inside the game, and the other person can leave. Well, obviously, she was chatting, and she was pretty much saying that the person who stays in the game, they'll stay alive. The person that doesn't stay in the game, they're going to die. Well, you know, both of them refused to take the deal to stay inside the game, and they were working on a way to obviously get out. They ended up killing one of the monsters inside it, and what is it, a manatee or something like that. And they killed it, and it actually was kind of like, I don't know, that was the end of the game. Once that died, they got puffed back into the present day and succeeded as a team, which was really good because in the episode, their relationship was building as well. Lizzie can actually remember everything about Hope. She was like, Hope, Andrea, Michelson, you know, like she remembers everything. Her and Landon being together. Lizzie was saying, look, mate, Landon and Joel said they're going to be sleeping together tonight. It's a school dance, and you know, you need to tell him you're feeling. You two are perfect together. You're great, you know, and you do love each other. He's just with Joseph because he's filling a void of you, Hope, and and Josie's only with Landon because she's filling a void left by Penelope. But it's interesting because obviously no one can remember Hope, so they don't actually know that is a void that they're actually filling, even though I do agree. But I also agree with Hope's counter. She was saying, look, mate, I understand we had something in the past and I still love him, I totally do, but I can't go in there and destroy the relationship. I can't go and throw a grenade and just blow it up, you know. They seem generally happy together, and it may be not everyone in life has one single path. There's always different opportunities. Again, I've obviously got counter. I respect everything that she was saying, and Lizzie as well. Both of them are trying to say it out of love, really. They both don't want people to get hurt, so she's like, address it now. Kind of like MG did with Sebastian. He was like, I've addressed it right now instead of letting it play out and see how it goes. Speaking of Sebastian, you know, he is back in the flesh, mate. He was trying to get MG to feed him blood. He was like, look, give me the blood. My body's desiccated downstairs in the basement or something. The only reason why you can see me is because I can get into the minds of the weak only right now as a, you know, like a one single person can see me, because they only got a tiny bit of blood and it was weak blood. It was an old nasty one that was inside the inside that magic thing that they used to obviously cut off the spell, obviously when the attacks was happening on the school. Now both of them rejected it. It was MG rejected it, and so did Caleb. Well, Sebastian, he went to go and speak to Wade, mate, preying on the fragile, the weak, the one who hasn't got many friends, and he actually did give him the blood, and Sebastian is in the present. Now, we've not seen him do anything, but we've seen him stood there staring at MG across the room with blood on his face, and he wiped it, and then he bounced. So, I don't know what's going to play out. Is he going to actually leave, or is he going to come back and, I don't know, try and win Lizzie over MG? He could come part of the school. Who knows, man? There's loads of possibilities, honestly. It's really interesting what could happen with those two. But Josie and Landon, you know, they was about to sleep together. Landon didn't have a condom, so he ran, mate. He literally jibbed off. He was like, wait here. Ran, he was looking for it. He managed to get one. As he got one, as he was running back to the bedroom, Josie heard some noises. She looked under the bed. There was a journal. She opened it. She found a song that Landon sang to Hope, and it said, obviously, Hope's name in it. So she started crying. She was obviously gutted. But like I said, she wouldn't know if that was written now or in the past. or anything. Do you know what I mean? To them, they've only just found out who Hope is, so she's thinking, mate, he's wrote that now. Now, it would have been interesting if they had a timestamp in the top corner, but they didn't. This is where Lizzie might have to come in and save the day and say, look, Joseph, you know, she is something towards Landon. They've been together for quite a while. We can't remember him, but I can. And this is where it will benefit if she helps her sister out now. But another thing that was interesting is somebody was writing in the book with one of the pens. Remember when Penelope gave the book and she said, look, mate, every time somebody writes something down, I give pens out and it writes in here, you can read everything. And somebody wrote down, mate, nobody recognised me even though I was at the party dressed as E.T. Now that's a big one that I'm interested in. Who is it? I desperately want it to be Penelope. I really, really do. I thought she was really good for Joseph, and I'm really excited to obviously see who that is and what is going on. So thanks so much for clicking on today's episode. Hopefully guys enjoy the ride that we're about to go on. If you do, please smash a like, it really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into episode 6 of season 2 of Legacies. Oh, New Orleans. It's good seeing that again. Hey, get it in there.
And how old are you claiming to be? 21? Ish? I hear you've been asking around the quarter for me.
There's this spell that I'm kind of trying to reverse engineer.
I'm sure one of your teachers can help you with it.
An ancient Japanese black magic purge spell. You have photos in your home of someone you don't recognize.
I was going to ask this
Feels like
question.
you should know them, but you don't.
I was going to ask it.
Now
I was going to ask it, mate. I was going to say, does she know who Hope is? Because she wouldn't have burned the pictures of Hope. I know Rick raised it from the school, but they would not have. You know, Rebecca's still a vampire. Marcel is. Do you know what I'm saying? Vincent, they all know who she is, so they all may have forgot, but they still all got stuff about her. Frey looks good. Honestly, it's nice to see her. And also, it's nice to know that her and Keelan have got a son, mate. How sick is that? Now, has it got... Who was the carrier? Yeah? Is it Freya or is it Keelan? It's got to be supernatural. It has to be, because it was born off one of them, unless it was adopted. Now, I hope that it wasn't adopted, only for the sake of the show. No problem with adoption. Just that I would like it if we got another werewolf or witch coming towards the school, maybe later on.
Now show me the cool stuff.
this is school. There's nothing cool to see. Lizzie, we have to trap it so Malibor can't send another monster.
You were saying?
In it. In it. No one even reacted at all, man. They're like...
Oh, so you can see me. Thought maybe I was invisible after you ghosted me last week. Whatever you were about to say, make sure the next time I give you a chance to say it, you actually follow through.
Quit slacking. Tomorrow's festivities will not be thrown off by hormonal teenagers.
Sure thing, Councilman.
Where's this guy's sister? I thought she was going to have a good relationship with Hope.
Hey, I gotta head to practice.
But you're hurt.
I can still help the team win. If you ever want to see me, you should probably just ask me out.
I like the confidence, man. Just straight to the point, innit?
Don't cut me. Get your ass under here. A zombie snuck onto campus this morning.
I mean, are you sure it's from the portal? I've been here all night.
It has the mark of Malibor carved into its skull. We lock the zombie up, which means no more portal duty is required, and you and I can hang out today.
Earth's the rough way out. Phoenixes don't have super strength.
I'll be lucky if Lizzie doesn't talk trash about me, dude.
Deserve trash. Earn trash. Sweaty gym sex trash.
I can help run interference. You get in there, make a move. Come on, Josie and I can use a couple for double dates.
You need to be clear of mind and purpose. If not, instead of purging the supernatural influence in the mind, you'll end up solidifying it. How did you even find this spell?
Weird story short, I read in this diary how it returned all of her memories.
I do like it. There's going to be a picture of Hope on the wall. There we are.
How is it we both forgot the same person? I can only assume it's because you haven't decided what you're going to do with that spell.
There you go. She knows everything about her now. See, right, I don't mind that she's just done that because Frey's going to get her memory back now. And she was caught off guard. But Frey's one of the strongest witches on the planet. Yeah. And she shouldn't be just absolutely getting smashed over by Josie, who doesn't really know much about magic, even attacking magic. She's not really been taught it yet, or dark magic or nothing. Where Frey's an absolute monster, killed so many people, done whatever it takes. So I'm going to take positive out of it, that it was unexpected, and she's got her memories back, and she knows who Hope is now, and she's going to be buzzing, and yeah, that is, and I hope that's not the only part we see of Frey this episode.
Why'd you do that? Stop trying to marsh my mellow, Caleb. I'll leave when I'm good and ready.
I'll call Mom.
I'll call Dad.
Don't you got something to do other than sit here and chime in on matters that don't concern you? You haven't told her.
She's gonna be so pissed at me. Is that the blonde from this morning?
I sort of accidentally made her think she was having a psychotic break.
Festivities aren't until tomorrow. Nice costume, buddy, but back off.
Wait, is he just stopped doing his nose? That's interesting.
What kind of monster do you think we're dealing with?
A Croatoan.
How do you know that?
Call it a hunch. It's after Landon, so we need to get him somewhere safe.
Okay, no offense, but why is some girl from Mystic Falls giving us orders?
Oh, because she's a witch. She took down the Oni, and she killed the Minotaur, although that was actually really more me.
Wait, there was a Minotaur?
Yeah, I will babysit Landon while everyone else is at Commonwealth Day, while Hope does her whole monster hunting deal.
I can help with research.
Yeah, from the safety of your hotel room.
Okay, Super Squad, disassemble or whatever.
Super Squad?
I'm sorry to bother you. I'm in a situation. I found a way to bring back everyone's Malivore memories. I just think it could really hurt people.
Ah, mate, that was interesting. Hurt people, only like it didn't. I say, did it hurt Lizzie? She was tied to a tree, though, wasn't she? It did throw Freya back, but it's worth it, innit? Just blast someone against the wall or something just to get the memories back. Worth it. And now when she said, Mum, yeah, God, has it not been like 18 episodes, 20 episodes? We are kind of halfway through season 2, kind of. Episode 6. Wow, what is it, 13? So I am pretty disappointed we've not seen Caroline one time. You know what I mean?
Can't be easy to adjust being around people.
Talking with you helps.
Me? You don't even know me.
I know you must already have a dozen guys or girls that are interested in you. You should know that I'm not afraid of technicalities.
Once I light it, nothing supernatural can get inside. This should prevent you from becoming Croatoan. Because now you've watered the garden of Josie's eternal flower, I would think that you would hold that to be sacred. My point is, once you've boned, you can never unbone. And it would be a real crap guy move for you to shift your sights elsewhere.
Not that it's any of your business, but there was no watering, boning, whatever.
This changes everything. Tell me,
Oh,
where
she's
do
gonna
you
spill.
stand on Ewoks?
Oh.
I thought the candle was supposed to keep the monsters out.
Me too!
It's after you.
History's my jam. And according to these old wives' tales, this monster's like a Venus flytrap or something.
So what else does your book say?
Croatoans can be summoned by powerful witches.
Her name was Cassandra,
Why should we believe anything you say?
because I was there.
Got some intel.
Talk fast.
There was this witch. She wanted to get to the bottom of who the secret killer was in the village. A monster that fed on secrets.
The damn thing walked through my barrier like it was immune. Only the witch who summoned it can destroy it.
It looks pretty good, actually. What, we're in October now? We are in the month of kind of like Halloween. This guy does kind of look like he's got a Halloween costume on. I mean, Lizzie has got pure secrets that she could spill, hasn't she? Literally loads of it. I'm well interested. Also, I'm interested what's going on with Josie. Like, is she going to go and just hit everybody with these spells or whatnot? It's going to be well good. I want nothing to change the absolute dynamic of everybody's relationships once they get the memories back, because obviously the relationships that we got currently going are different to the relationships that we had previously had going. And I'm not saying that I liked ones better than the others, but what I'm saying is it will definitely change. Like, once they get them back, are they going to continue in the present timeline, or are they going to try and revert back to the old? That is what's going to be well interesting to find out.
Still trying to piece together what happened. Animal attack.
Yeah, we get them here all the time.
Well, I have a friend at the FBI that I'm sending the forensics to who may say otherwise.
No matter what Malivore tells the monsters, they always follow their prime directive first. So tell me whatever secret you're keeping and maybe it'll stop. Is it about hope? It's about hope, isn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're gonna do what every great sci-fi franchise does. Kong versus Godzilla, Alien versus Predator.
We're gonna suck?
That's blasphemy. No, we're gonna let the monsters fight.
Oh, they've just gone past each other. Well, that did suck.
I told you, nerd.
Since when have you kept your mouth shut about anything? Just tell me.
Fine, it's Silencio.
She didn't say she did. She's going to, but she didn't. You can't blame her. Like, she was panicking as
We
well.
need to get out of here.
But Landon minute, there is now a zombie on the loose.
To understand why I can't remember more.
Maybe you should have just been honest with the lady instead of skulking around here like Dracula.
A lesson in being honest about a woman one fancies is particularly ironic coming from you.
Your name pops up in a whole lot of police reports dealing with dead bodies in this town.
Listen, I understand your suspicions, but I had absolutely nothing to do with those people in the bar.
I need something. Preferably an alibi, or we should probably stop talking until you lawyer up.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. Go ahead. Give him a call.
Oh, Matt's the mayor.
Still a monster chasing us around.
Because we are so screwed. I accidentally killed your hamster. I siphoned you to cheat on finals. I actually think you're kind of cool.
Oh, everyone's getting the memories.
And Heath, Alaric, Rick.
Wait, why did Rick fall? Like, every single person that we seen then was supernatural. She didn't go down, the police officer. And Caleb's sister didn't go down, but every other supernatural went down. What's going on there? What is going on there? That has well got me interested, but like big time. But also, how strong is Josie getting? Literally, she's like smashing it right now. It's good to see somebody else being strong as well. Not like better, but it's like good to see people with a bit of power, because Hope is strong, but now she is as well, or getting there. No, now it's after land.
Okay?
Thumbs down, he's
like
gone.
a bag of hammers.
I remember now, too. Where they were but fragments, I now see the whole story. They asked Cassandra to find the monster that was terrorizing them. She summoned something even worse. Keep them from finding me. When I found out what Cassandra was plotting, I tried to stop her. She was keeping my secret, so she desiccated me. In that state, I watched the Croatones tear her limb from limb, unable to help her as she died.
Sabor. Ventus.
I do like it, man. I love the spells like that.
This belonged to that witch that created that thing, so maybe...
Finisa Ventus Maleficia.
She don't need to ask him twice.
Now we can talk.
He needs a minute, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's going to happen with Raph? He was like, he wanted to get in there. And now it's like, memory's back. He knows that Landon likes her. Is he going to go back against what he said, like, in the last season? Mate, I'll never do that. I'll never go after Hope knowing when you wanted to be with her. So, I mean, it's proper interesting. The most interesting thing of the whole episode right now to me is Rick. I've got to say, it is. It can easily get answered and it could be a bit disappointed. I'm not going to be disappointed if he's not supernatural. But it is the one that's got me hooked.
As I was saying before you scared the hell out of me, Mayor Donovan vouched for you, so you're free to go.
I probably pushed too hard. That I am extremely attracted to you.
And that's why I've been keeping things from you.
What things?
What happened at the bar wasn't the work of an animal. It's that it was a zombie. Or a vampire. There are plenty of those running around here, too. The truth is I need a partner. A sheriff who'll look the other way when I need her to. Who'll always believe everything I say.
That'll never be me, Rick.
He's going to read your memory.
He's a teenager.
I'm sorry for making this more complicated than that.
That's a bit sad. It's a bit sad that for
Next to
Rick.
you, I found Penelope's journal.
I thought we were done with that witch.
Well, then you should probably stop using that pen she gave you. It records everything that you put in your diary. Part of me didn't want to bring back everyone's memories, but I talked to Mom, and she said that people deserve to know the truth. Do you think Landon's gonna make?
I don't know, man.
I will be here for you, either way. I'm having an episode.
At least this one's got a hot guy guest star.
You can see him?
Everyone can.
The choice is going to kill me, honestly.
When I was stuck as a wolf, you know, Landon did everything he could to bring me back. He's always looked out for me, on up to the fact that I've always had feelings for you.
Oh, well done, lad.
And now that I remember him, we can't be around each other anymore.
It's all in the open now. Everybody knows. It's going to be decision.com, isn't it, mate? before they pick, if they're going to pick. Who do we want? So, okay. Let's say Lizzie, first of all. Now, I actually really think that MG and them two are just perfect, right? But I I would take her getting with Sebastian if it meant he was going to be in the show, because so far I think he's been okay. He's not been a character that I've disliked, and I think he's intrigued me enough to want to see a bit more of him. And if that is the way that we manage to, you know, bring somebody in, I would take it. But over the long run, I would love MG to be with her. I think that, like, when MG sat down and said to Kaylee about how much that he likes Lizzie, that is what you should be doing when you like somebody, for everything. The ups and downs, the episodes, you know, the highs, the lows, everything. And I thought it was perfect. Now, this one here with Landon and Hope, this is the hard one, because I like both characters. And I'm going to be absolutely devastated for whoever doesn't get chosen. Landon has literally got an impossible decision. If you was put in that position in real life, it is impossible. You got two people that you like very much, but it's like, who do you like more? And like, you'd instantly lose your connection to that other person. Do you know what I mean? If you pick left, you're never going to speak to the right. You're never going to have that good solid relationship. Or you pick right, you're never going to go with the left. And it's like, it's really hard. Now, I honestly don't know. Like, based on this season, obviously, I think that he should choose Jose, just because he's not had a relationship with Hope this season. But based on last season, yeah, then it would be logical to pick Hope because they had a good connection. But I really like Jose, and I feel like it's going to absolutely break her in half if she loses Landon, where Hope's not got Landon right now. So she's not going to lose anything if she doesn't get him. Does that make sense? So, like, if he picks Josie now, then Hope's in the same position she was at the start of the episode, not with Landon. But if he picks Hope, then Josie's lost her relationship and she could crumble. So, I mean, this is where it's going to get really interesting.
So I take it you weren't on a field trip to Richmond?
I needed to find a witch. Hope's aunt. I needed a push to do the right thing. Bring back everyone's memories.
You are literally the least selfish person I've ever met.
That's facts. No, it is facts.
I still think I had to remember.
But you do remember her. That changes things, right?
I don't know yet.
I actually think he said the right thing then. He's not rushed into a decision. Like, he's not picked anyone.
And Freya?
I love seeing Freya, man. I do love Freya. What a character. Oh, here we go. QB. No, it's not. Wow, check that, mate. That was sick. Oh, it's an eye. Who is under that red hood, you know? It's still a question that we've had literally since episode 1, I think. And it is very interesting. Now, again, tough decisions for everybody to make here. Loads of information has been released, you know. Who is Lizzie going to pick? Is she going to pick Sebastian? She's going to pick MG. Who's Landon going to pick? He's going to pick Hope. He's going to pick Jose. You know, I actually think that Landon done the right thing there at the end of the episode. He didn't pick somebody straight away, you know? Like, he's got so much information in, like, flooding his mind that he's not just picked a decision, Hope. I actually think that is beneficial for Joseph for him not to pick a fast decision, because a fast decision could be, yeah, I'm being with Hope. Look at all that we've had together, mate. Literally, we loved each other. That is a quick, easy decision that he has to make. Now, you can look at it as if, mate, the more time he sits and reflects, the less chance he's got to pick Joseph over Hope. But I actually think it's the other way around. I think that the more time he can sit down and reflect on the other relationship and then consider what he's got now, it will help Joseph, because I do think in a quick, if you've done a quick decision, then logically you would pick Hope, but he's taking his time to process. I don't think he's done anything bad, and I do feel like I'd be more devastated if he picked Hope for Joseph than I would be for if he picked Joseph, devastated for Hope, because Hope's had all season not with Landon, and that's not because I don't like Hope or anything like that and I don't care about feelings. I actually really do like her, and I think that her and Landon are probably the better couple, but in terms of she's not been with him all season and Josie has, and I like their relationship growing, and because of that I feel like Hope has options. It's not as if that she hasn't got people knocking at her door. Now, Josie obviously hasn't because she's in a relationship. But if Landon picked Joseph, Hope's still got options. She could be with Raph then, you know? Like, I understand that Raphael I respect him, man. The guy has done many occasions, expressed his feelings of hope, and he has stepped away. He said, look, mate, I can't be around you. So you got to respect it. You have to, because feelings are hard to hold in when you're constantly around the person that you want to tell them to. Yeah? So you got to give it to him. And I think if you was looking at the best outcomes, you would obviously pick Landon, and you would pick Jose, and you would pick Hope and Raphael. And if you was going down the avenue, then you would pick MG, Caleb's sister, and Lizzie and Sebastian. But actually, I don't think that's going to happen. I actually don't want, in that little, the final ones, I just want it to be Lizzie and MG. That's what I want. Like, so if Caleb's sister has to leave and Sebastian has to leave, that's fine by me, because I want Lizzie and MG to be together. That's a couple that I want as one so far. And I just think it'd be perfect. I think that he would be like the spark to even lighter, even brighter. Rhyming accidentally. I actually do think Lizzie's having a great season. She's having a good one. I've enjoyed her. So, I mean, I think this was a good episode. Again, I like how Matt's now the mayor. He's on, belling up contacts with Rick. And a little bit disappointed that Rick did express his feelings for the sheriff, and she expects him for Rick. That was good. But then he told her the truth about the supernaturals, and then she acted like an actual police officer should act, so there's nothing against her. And saying, look, I can't look the other way. When a crime happens, someone dies, someone's attacked, I can't just turn a blind eye just because you've asked me to. That's not the answer that we want as a viewer, because we want a relationship, and he's obviously had to come in and compel her to forget everything's happened. So it's interesting again, but Rick didn't get knocked down. Rick did get knocked down by the spell that Josie cast, and again, that is the best bit of, what would you say, things that I don't understand what's happened in this episode, if that makes sense. Like, to me, that is a big question mark, yeah, that I can't wait to get answered. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel. Hopefully, guys enjoyed it. Hopefully, you guys are excited for the possible relationships that are going to get, be built after, what's happened in this episode, because that's kind of what it's all been about, relationship building. We've got Lizzie and Hope relationship that is definitely getting built, which that's exciting me probably the most, to be honest, because we had it last episode, we had it this one. We had Lizzie express the truth to Hope that, you are actually pretty cool, decent. I like it. They're building, yeah. We've got MG and Caleb's sister, that's building. We've also got Sebastian being back, that can be with Lizzie, building. MG, Lizzie, again, that is getting built. We've still got Landon and Lizzie, Landon and Hope, Raphael and Hope. There's so much stuff going on. We've got the sheriff and Rick that could potentially be a thing as well. So, I mean, I'm really excited to see which way we go, because some people have two avenues that they can go down, and one will dramatically affect somebody else. And do you know what I'm saying? And then what are the repercussions of choosing that one? Yet, it's kind of sad for me, because usually you're like, yes, pick A because I don't like B. Well, not on this one, mate. I actually like A and B, and it's like, what the hell, mate? I'm going to pick one and be happy for them, and absolutely distraught for the second one. So, again, if I was in Landon's position, I wouldn't know who to pick either, and I would ask for time and, let me think about it. And I think that he actually chose a wise decision to adapt that approach in this episode and didn't act straight away. So fair play to him. Again, I've got to say fair play to Raph, because he's always been consistent that he's liked Holtz, but he's never going to go nearer when when he's got something going on with Landon. Now, I think it's interesting that we dropped in that Freya had a baby 2 times. They've done it on 2 different occasions. Now, it might not play no significance, but why drop? You know what I mean? I always think sometimes, if it's not going to play relevance, then there's no need to drop that information in. It would have made no difference to today's story at all if we never knew that she had a son. And do you know what I mean? But they did drop it in twice. She done it the first time when she was speaking to Joseph, and then she got a phone call and she said it again when she was around Joseph. Now, it was good to see Freya back. I do love it. She's only in it a little bit, but come on now. A little bit of nostalgia, that's all we asked for. Not going to be a hypocrite and say it's not enough, because I did say in previous episodes, even if you get them for 5 minutes, it's still great, because the people that are present and still alive, not dead, they're the people that got us to this show in this situation right now. We've had Jeremy, great stuff. Josie, the Biomom back, that was good. we've seen Kai a little bit on the camera. I still want them to go to the prison world. I actually really do. That would be exciting. Not seen Caroline once, even though she's the baby's mum, or whatever you want to call them, the twins, vamp mum. And we're like, what is it, 20 episodes in, not seen her once. That's kind of disappointing. But you know, we've got Alaric, Matt's been in it once. We've got I would love to see. I think we missed a trick when Hope went into like the flashbacks, trying to remember like Klaus and all that stuff. I think we missed a trick in dropping him in there. That would have been a perfect time to come. Like, I would have been really excited for that. But you know, maybe he comes in later on. I do say that, you know, maybe at the very, very, very end of the show, we could do something where she can get to visit them all, and that would be nice to see. But, you know, like I said, who's under the red hood? Who's controlling the eye? Is it their eye that's inside the school, or is it somebody else's? And is Sebastian going to stay in the actual show or not? You know, if Lizzie chooses him, does he stay? If Lizzie doesn't choose him, does he bounce? You know what I mean? I actually would like Penelope to come back as well. I thought she was a great character for Josie, and I would like their relationship. When everybody was kind of like, not standing by Josie, but she was the only one that was like telling Josie, you need to stand up and fight for yourself, and you're special. You know what I mean? You need to put yourself first. And I thought all her actions that Penelope done was for somebody else, for Josie, which I enjoyed, because like I said, somebody was putting her first before she was putting everybody else first. Like Landon was saying when he was on the bridge, you're one of the most selfish you're one of the most selfless people that I've ever met. You put everybody before yourself, and she does, mate. She actually does. That is why I'm gonna be like, whatever he picks, I'm going to be pretty devastated, to be honest. He's in a solid position, so we're going to have to wait and see. But we didn't really see anything more about Clark, the head teacher, this episode. We did see, obviously, the crime scene, and the police officer, the sheriff, say that she's seen Rick's file, and he's been around so many deaths around Mystic Falls. But I think we can conclude the episode by saying everybody knows Hope's back now. You know, Josie's quite strong. You know, she'd done a spell that absolutely blasted like half the city, which is good, and everybody's got the memories back, which is about time. You know, halfway through the season now, so it would make sense. But also, the best thing to me that I picked up on is that only Supernaturals dropped when the spell was done. You know, Caleb's sister stayed stood, the sheriff stayed stood, but Rick actually fell, which that's the most interesting thing to me in the episode. I know I've said it a few times, but it still is right now. I wonder if it's because he was not, you know, made an original at one point by Esther, and it's still maybe coursing inside his veins, even though he is, well, like a human at the present. He might always have a bit of that, like, flowing through him. So, I mean, that is a question that I would love to see. I would absolutely love it, mate. Imagine the twist we would have if Rick was still a bit supernatural. That would be so, so exciting. Honestly, we changed the dynamic of the school as well. You know, it's like Josie's conversation with him last episode was, you know, you put the school vote to a vote because you always thought that it could be held, run by somebody who's actually supernatural. And Rick, mate, imagine he was supernatural. He could come back and take his position. So, he did try to do what Josie was saying last episode. I want you to leave and venture out and have fun, mate, and go dating. He actually tried it. He extended a bit of his faith or whatever, and he got knocked back. Not because they didn't like him, who he was. It was because the current position and the way that he lives his life couldn't be mutual, if that makes sense. So he did try, and it didn't succeed, and that is what's going to happen in most of the times that he tries to open up. You know, that is what's going to be hard for Rick, because when you go out with somebody, you've got to adapt to the lifestyle a little bit. You know, you got to understand it, accept it. You know, if somebody does something that you don't like, you know, you don't have to do it, but you got to acknowledge that they're into it, and you've got to know that stuff. Now, obviously, if you start not liking it or whatnot and can't support it, then it's not going to click, and that's just the same there. It's like, I like you, you like me, but I come with this side, and I need to be open with you. And this city's run with vampires, witches, and it's been going on. There's loads of attacks, X, Y, and Z. And she was like, and he said, I need somebody there that can support me, and that I can ring up a sheriff that can turn the other way so I can help the kids. And she's like, look, mate, I can't do that. You know, I can't be a person that turns an eye when a crime's going on. And that's fair play. He's doing his job. He's tried to open up, and it just didn't work. But I still think there's potential with their relationship. So they got Caleb in, compelled her to forget, and that is it for now. But I can't wait to see how we progress. Thanks so much for clicking on today's episode. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please smash a like. It really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.